What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shakes, and coming to you guys with a video, a live stream right now to go over the final 53-man roster for the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a stressful day today. Not too stressful, but there was some things we expected, some things we didn't expect today, but just want to do a quick stream. I was going to do it tonight, but I figured it was early and figured we'd want to get this done and get it out of the way. Upload a good amount of videos today if you guys haven't checked out some of the vids from some of the news today, but appreciate everybody coming in today. But guys, I'm really here just to hear your thoughts on the Eagles 53. Like, what cuts really made you mad? What cuts really, didn't really go in your favor today? There was a couple I didn't really like. Obviously, the obvious one that we could probably all figure out at the end of the day, but kind of just want to go through what all of you guys think. So appreciate everybody coming in. Much love to everybody that's been checking out the videos and been supporting. So much love to everybody. So Corey Williams says horrible cuts: Howard, Fulgham, Jacoby Stevens, Hightower. Yeah, I think with Howard, I think when you go to Howard, you pretty much say to yourself, like I thought he had in for a few snaps for preseason, but really it was all about if they were just going to keep him. It looks like they're keeping all speedster running backs as of right now. Jacoby Stevens was just hurt, unfortunately. Fulgham, really a no-show. So, Donated 3LM says, I get Hightower, but the rest, I don't know why. When it comes to Hightower, Hightower obviously was hurt and he missed all those joint practices, couldn't really do much of anything. So really he had that last preseason game, and that was pretty much it. Had a couple receptions, nothing crazy, nothing to really say on that. But, I thought Hightower probably deserved to be more cut than Fulgham. That was just me, though. So JD says Jordan Howard was great. Oh, look. I thought Jordan Howard was good during joint practices and stuff. Preseason, look, it's not that he wasn't great. It's because they had so many running backs. They weren't keeping that many running backs. They were only keeping like 3 running backs. So I'm not saying that Jordan Howard is bad. I'm saying that Jordan Howard there wasn't enough room for everybody. You had 8 running backs at the start of camp and competition. So it all comes together. You know what I mean? Well done says I would have kept Howard. Alex, what's going on, bro? Philly fan says, wow, Howard cut. What up, Joey Shakes? What's going on, bro? Yeah, Jordan Howard was cut. I guess they don't want bruiser backs. I guess they want all speed in that backfield. Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Miles Sanders is the choice here. Bryce Blackwell, what's going on, bro? Well done says Hightower dropped passes. Fulgham, same thing. Yeah, they both didn't really have a good. Mullins threw some bad passes too, but obviously with the fumble in the end zone by Fulgham at the last game was definitely hurt his stock a lot. And obviously a couple bad passes, but had a really quiet training camp. Really not even 2-3 days. He maybe played well for 3 days, but nothing that was like how we saw from Rager and Quez Watkins, some of these other guys. So Zoni 3LM says Fulgham over JJAW. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Rishi Lars says thoughts on Cam. I'm actually happy for Matt Jones. I think I'm happy. I think the Patriots realize down the line that Mac Jones is much better. I think with more time with the team and more time in that offense, that Mac just played a little bit better. And Cam will have a job. He'll have a job down the road, or it could be before the season starts. Anything happens to quarterbacks, so you don't know what could happen. Alex Saints, I can't believe Fulgham is gone. Some team will get a great young wide receiver, and that's unfortunate. But at the same time, Fulgham had one good catch, really, and that's pretty much it. And Fulgham was quiet last year and then exploded when he got time to play, when he got his chance. So it's like, how much value do you put into that? You know what I mean? Like JJAW's rookie year in preseason, he played pretty well. It didn't do anything during the season, so. Sloppy Joe says only one I didn't like was Howard, but I get it. Give Sanders the ball and give Gainwell a shot, and that's it. And you're gonna have a lot of speed in that backfield. Gainwell is a dual threat running back. Miles Sanders, you're kind of worrying right now if he could catch it. If he could go out as a wide receiver, if he can catch passes, because he's been dropping a lot lately. But if he doesn't work, if Miles Sanders starts struggling with that, there's no doubt in my mind that Kenneth Gainwell will get his shot and will get his chance. So, yo, JD, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day today. Bryce says we could have had DK and kept JJAW, right? Marcus Jordan says, feels like we just got called into an emergency company meeting to discuss about our Eagles. Well, that's what this is. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. Jay Shung says, "This is a stream or a vid?" This is a stream, bro. It's a stream. June Rodriguez says, "We need a vet wide receiver and a bruiser back for sure." Now, I've seen, if they're going to keep a bruiser back, they would have kept Jordan Howard, definitely, 100%. But I think, I know that, what's his face, called that for, I think Johnson from the Raiders. I think there's 2 receivers from the Raiders that walked out today. I don't know if they would actually go get a veteran wide receiver as of right now. I really don't know. I mean, the Eagles are 6th place on the. They're 6th in line on the waiver wire right now. So there is an order where teams pick up players on the waiver wire. The Eagles are the 6th team, which is good. So they're nice and early. They can go grab some guys. Carl Joseph, Clinton Dix are 2 safeties I would probably look at as well. Carl Joseph was a former first-round pick, and Clinton Dix has been all around every single year. I mean, that's good safety depth if they want to bring somebody in. I don't know if Will Park signed with another team at safety. We need corner depth. We need safety depth as of right now. So I don't know if the Eagles have those 2 extra roster spots they could use if they want. So I don't know what they're going to do about that, but I guess we'll see down the road. Bryce says finally Hurts named the starter. Finally, right after all this time, we've been waiting for that since the beginning of OTAs. J.R. Rodriguez says so mad about Fulgham. I know, bro. Trust me, it is what it is. Jay says the only cut I didn't like was Howard. I need Howard back. Well, yeah, because we really like that bruiser back, and that maybe Nick doesn't like bruiser backs. I don't know. Maybe he likes all speed in that backfield. I mean, you like to have that bruiser back to tire out defensive lines, and just tire out a defense in general. Because you can use Jordan Howard, you can use a bruiser back in general in so many different ways. So. Eagles Land says Fulgham did nothing this offseason. He had a good 4-game streak, then he tanked. It's not as if he was Jason Avant. Stop with the Fulgham worship. He was low average. I mean, he played good last year. I mean, he didn't play bad last year. I mean, there was something there with him. Don't matter how many games he did play or did not play. I thought he played really well. Then ended up getting injured, then getting benched, obviously, for Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, and never came back. I mean, he ended up getting injured. He came back, and he never got to play ever again after that. Not like Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson did anything more than what he was supposed to do. But Evan Brad said, we're going to win the waiver wire. Going into the waiver wire, we need wide receiver, safety, and corners. I agree. I only think we need wide receivers because I don't want JJAW here at all. I don't know if this was a Howie Roseman move, if this was like a override move by Howie Roseman or whatever. It kind of makes you interested to see what's really going on. Jay Shunk says, think Travis. I think Tone the Shield, he's going to be mad because he loves him. I haven't seen much from him at all. Big D says Patrick Johnson made the team. I don't know if he did. I didn't look, but I'm not sure. Jacoby Stevens obviously was hurt, so I don't know if he made it. I mean, I didn't think Patrick Johnson played well at all, period. Stan Drip says, did you hear about Zach Ertz? I heard some news today that there was some trade speculation or something. There's been trade speculation for months at this point, so I don't know if they're ready to give him up. Tyree Jackson's on IR right now. You have Zach Ertz, obviously Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, and then they have Jack Stahl as their 3rd tight end, which is great because, if Tyree Jackson wasn't playing, Jack Stahl got a few good receptions, and, I want to kind of try to produce a 3rd-string tight end if it's possible. So that's a good thing until, Tyree Jackson comes back. TY Eagles Fly says, what is going on? Why is JJAW still on this team? I have no idea. From obviously you take that game away, what is it? I mean, what is he as of right now? Absolutely nothing. So it kind of confuses me a little bit. Joe Sloppy says, I actually want to see JJAW get a shot with Sirianni. Might be like Michael Pittman Jr. to coach. Marcus Jordan says, Fulgham, Hightower, and Jordan Howard are shocking. How is JJ still on this team despite his little breakout during the Jets? I don't know. I mean, it's not like he faced the first-team Steelers, and did that, so I don't get it. It's crazy. It's just nuts. There's 131 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream before you leave. We have big surprise, big update for the channel, a big milestone for the channel. We're gonna announce this week. I'm very happy to really announce it. It's something really big is coming. Pause. But really happy that everybody's in here tonight. Much love to everybody that's been watching the vids. And if you guys haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Cover the Eagles every single day. Much love to everybody. Laura Lamborghini says, why do we need 5 tight ends? At this point, like with Tyree Jackson already on IR, you're going to kind of wait for because once Tyree Jackson comes back, I have a feeling Jack Stahl will probably go back to practice squad. He'll probably get moved over a little bit, so it might happen. I don't know. Unless Zach Ertz is getting traded, there's a lot of stuff going on with Zach Ertz right now. So there are teams out there that are in dire need of tight ends right now. So I would kind of wait and see. I think Zach Ertz did what he was supposed to. He came to training camp. He enjoyed himself with the guys. He built his value up a little bit this offseason, which is good. Had a good preseason game besides really the one drop. So it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Temp says, bet money that once Jackson is on R, we resign Howard. It could happen. Could happen. Philly Fan D says, finally announced Hurts as a starter. Dude, I'm pumped. Like, everyone's like, well, what's this? We all knew this was going to happen. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but it's nice to hear it. That Jalen Hurts is the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's time to celebrate. And let's get this thing rolling. I'm excited. Big D said, I'm not getting angry. I'm disappointed, but I'm keeping an open mind. That's what you have to do. You know what I mean? Jason said, what I'm happy about is Jalen Hurts is the starter. That's definite. That's definite. Jacob says, there are a lot of value on the waiver wire. There's a ton of value on the waiver wire. So no doubt about it, a move will be made tonight or tomorrow, most likely. I mean, I don't doubt it. There's a lot of guys. I mean, you go to corners, you get some. Look, even what's his face came back. I think that was released from the Dolphins as well. I mean, there's a lot of players out there on the waiver wire right now, and you know what? If the Eagles get their chance on somebody, it's going to be nice. Crayvon LeBlanc just got released by the Dolphins. I think they should sign him. That's a player I don't know why he didn't make it over there. Obviously, they're stacked at corner right now. Obviously, he's not going to be a starter, I don't think. But Crayvon LeBlanc is definitely someone else I would look out for to come back here because he knows the system, he knows the players, and he's young. And when he's healthy, he's a good player. I mean, he could probably start over Josiah Scott and Avonte Maddox in the nickel. I mean, I heard that the Eagles like Josiah Scott a lot. So that's something to look out for. It seems like they liked him a lot. He did okay in preseason, but it was nothing that was crazy. I mean, there were times where he blew coverage a few times, but I don't think he played great. But I don't think he's anything special as of right now. But that's just me though. JD says Hurts is going to have a Pro Bowl year. Mark my words. I hope he does, bro. I hope he does. Jake says, this is the Eagles' crazy day as Eagles fans. And what's up, Joey? What's going on, Jade? What's going on, man? It is a crazy day. These days are nuts with the waiver wire and the Eagles, the final 53. There's so many players on the waiver wire right now, and the Eagles could pick up anybody at a point. So, Cyclones 58 says, beating a dead horse, but I still hope we trade Hurts. I do too. Alex says, what's your prediction for the season opener? What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? Well, I don't want to see the bad things that could happen. I mean, Jalen Hurts will make mistakes this year, but as long as Jalen Hurts goes through his reads, goes through his progressions, and distributes the ball properly to everybody, get the run game going, I just want to see a healthy, strong start to this team, a punch in the mouth from this team, a tough team, a competitive team when they come out this year. That's what I really want to see. So, but he says, obvious they don't want a bruiser. Apparently not. They don't want to keep 4 running backs. I guess they don't want to keep 4 running backs. So, Matt Harris says, Jackson gone IR, so someone is coming back. Keichel says, Tyron Johnson from the Chargers is a free agent. I saw that. I forgot. John Brown, there you go. I was about to say that. Sam Drip says John Brown from the Raiders. He's another speedster wide receiver. Getting up there in age, but, he can still play. I don't know why he asked for a release. I have no idea. But it is what it is. We definitely won that trade prior, probably not have made the team. So we basically traded 7th and 6th all while getting us close to You know what's crazy? That trade was nuts for Pryor didn't deserve to be traded because he was worth absolutely nothing. So what we traded for Gardner Minshew, we gave away a 6th-round conditional pick. We got that 6th-round pick. We traded a 7th with Pryor for a 6th coming back. So that was a really good trade. For Matt Pryor, that's totally horrible. Yeah, I thought it was a really good trade. I thought it was a fantastic trade, to be honest with you. Slobber Joe said, not worried about the wide receiver cuts. Go get Tamari and Terry once his stuff clears. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he got released as well. Jacob says, I would not look at Clayton Dix at all. Carl Joseph or Sheldrick Red One. Clayton Dix he's been to a different team the past few years. I mean, just some veteran play, some veteran leadership, whatever you want to call it. Marcus Bigmouth said, bring Cindy Jones back at safety. Marion Johnson Howard is most likely coming back. They got to finagle the numbers a little. Probably. I mean, I hope so. I hope Howard does. I want a bruiser on this team. Like, I really do. Ohana Misiano says, we knew Hurts was the man. No surprise to me. I'm not surprised either, but I'm happy they announced it. That's what I'm happy about. Why can't I find my spot? Okay, we're good. Nate Smith says Howard and Grayland Arnold are players I want to see back. Arnold at practice squad, hopefully. Grayland Arnold will probably come back at practice squad if he doesn't get picked up. I mean, we have no safety depth at all. I have no faith in Andrew Adams. Was released. He was horrible. I have no faith in Marcus Epps. I got no faith in and Countess. I mean, there's a few guys I'm not a big fan of at all. Jay Chung says I'm waiting for Tone DeShields to get a reaction on Travis. Marcus Jordan says, I'm happy we kept Tyree Jackson. He's a reason why I'm not as upset about Kyle Pitts not being available. No, I mean, look, Tyree Jackson just learning the tight end position and how productive he was this preseason. I mean, obviously he would have been the third tight end. I mean, definitely would have been the third tight end regardless. Richard Rodgers probably would have not been here as of you could see now. Richard Rodgers is not on the team. They rather have Jack Stahl as the third tight end than Richard Rodgers because, to be honest with you, I don't know what I really saw from Richard Rodgers. I saw more from Jack Stahl than they did from Richard Rodgers in these preseason games, so it's definitely something else to check out. Ohami's family says, with Sirianni and Aaron Moorhead, Fulgham could have been a Pro Bowler. I think he could have been more than what he was capable of. I mean, he didn't have a preseason. I mean, Fulgham didn't really do anything. I mean, in the offseason, there was nothing. I mean, obviously, we know offseason last year, but got his chance and ran with it. You know what I mean? Philly fan D said, love them. Blunt JJAW was on the team. Need big back. Yeah, I mean, the three-headed monster, bro. It was almost a four-headed monster at one point. Alex Haynes said the Eagles always squash talent with stupid decision-making. Andre Dillard, Carson Wentz, Travis Fulgham, and the list goes on. Well, Dillard, I don't think I don't think the Eagles did the right thing when Dillard was drafted. I think that was their fault, but obviously he can't stay healthy, and his play is just suffering. I think his mentality is a little messed up. Carson Wentz is a whole different story. I'm not even talking about that. And Travis Fulgham is just I thought he was better than Hightower just because he didn't miss any time, and he was a little bit more productive, but you're not really saying much out of that. So, Doyle Brewster says, iffy about 3 running backs. Yeah, I'm really not comfortable with 3. I'm not. I want to have 4. I want Jordan Howard here. I want 4. I want 3 speedsters and 1 bruiser back. That's what I'm kind of looking for as of right now. So, Eagles of Atlanta says, after Cleveland game planned for him and locked him down, Fulgham was exposed. Well, you know what? Fulgham was exposed because this play calling was exposed. Every new thing we did with this offense, it was exposed. Jalen Hurts, how long did that last when he became the starting quarterback until teams started figuring him out? Not even 2 games, not even a game and a half. Okay, so I wouldn't put it all on Fulgham. Like, the coaching staff is not using him the right way. They're making him look predictable by the way they're using him. I wouldn't say it's Fulgham's the reason why he's looking predictable on the field. I don't think that's the case. You know what I mean? So, Sir Censored a Lot says, do you think Minshew gets a shot this season? To be honest with you, I don't think so. I think Minshew will be the starter. I think Minshew will be the backup quarterback next year. And then if Jalen Hurts plays horrible this year, if he plays that bad this year, Minshew could be your starting quarterback next year. It could happen. But we have to see how Jalen Hurts plays and see what happens. So we'll figure it out. Dalvin Richards says, seems like Joey's never happy with that Eagles, whatever the Eagles do, even though Howie had a great. No, I mean, look. I think he's had a good offseason. I think I've seen a lot of production from our draft class. I think I've seen a good amount. I'm not happy about anything. I'm excited. I mean, football's back. I'm pumped for this season. So whatever that means, I don't know. Ohana means family says, I don't understand keeping Arcega Whiteside. I don't either. Brick Wilson, Patrick Johnson looks solid. I thought he looked okay, but not crazy. I mean, he made a couple tackles, but I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Patrick Johnson. I wasn't a big fan, but. Marcus Bigmont said, will you bring back Cindy Jones out as a safety cornerback? Who is Cindy Jones? Who is that? Who is Cindy Jones? I have no idea who that is. Sloppy Joe said, Vikings traded to Chris Herndon as tight end, no more Ertz to Vikings. Yeah, I saw that today because obviously Irv Smith ended up getting hurt or had knee meniscus surgery. So I guess Ertz isn't going there, most likely. So plenty of other teams, though. There's definitely going to be some interest, though. Cyclone 58 says, glad we kept Jack Stoll over Richard Rodgers. Yeah, I'm happy about that, to be honest with you. I am. I really wanted to just produce a third-string tight end. If Tyree Jackson was out, if it wasn't him, then I would want somebody else. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Michael Marisky says, Joey, what's good? Thanks for all you do for our fellow Eagles fans. JJAW scrub. Dude, I appreciate it. And, yeah, he is a scrub. From one play. I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me as of right now. Eagles Atlanta. Jack Stoll's a good blocker, plus he showed he could run routes. Well, and he could break tackles. If you saw like that one reception he had one reception, broke 2 tackles for a first down. So they were big on Jack Stoll. He's the highest paid undrafted free agent on the Eagles right now. So they were pretty big into him. Nathan Smith says maybe if Fulgham played it harder, he would have made it. He seemed complacent with while Whiteside came off as trying for a spot. You know what? I don't know if he had a different mindset this offseason. I don't know if there was something different about him. I really don't know. But, yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, I would think I thought Fulgham was going to make it over Hightower, but I thought maybe there was a chance they were going to keep 6 receivers. But with Fulgham being, with JJ Arcega-Whiteside being in the mix, I don't know what's going to happen. So, Ohami's family says, to be honest, if we were only getting a 6 for Ertz, I do not want to part ways. I mean, look, like you're not just getting a 6. You're freeing up $8.5 million. You're going to have over $20 million in cap space. This cap space is going to be right by 2022, next offseason. We're gonna, I think the owners put the cap at, I think it was like $208 million, $206 million, whatever it is. The Eagles should have $28 to $35 million in cap space next year, which is really good. And because we never have cap space, we're always over the cap. So. Temp says, I love Fulgham, but the man has no work ethic. New training staff didn't like what they saw say because he couldn't win any of his matchups this offseason. And that's probably a coaching change. Probably was, the way they did things was different, and he probably didn't strive from it. And I don't know. Maybe he didn't have that mentality. I have no idea. Brett says, JJAW is here because of Howie. That's what I think. I think JJAW's here because of Howie 100%. That's what I get out of it. How many times say, oh, what's the surprise? You guys will see the surprise I have. Got a big update for the channel, and something that I haven't done yet and was offered something, and it's going to work really well. So, Ludi said, I like how some of these guys will take credit from Howie for good drafts, but trash him for bad ones, complain about the cap, but praise him for free agent contracts this year. Well, he's good with the cap. That's the thing. He knows how to maneuver money around. He's an accountant. That's what he does well. He's good with the cap. He's good with trades. His trades are very good. But with a good coaching staff now, it's going to look a lot better. From what I've seen, Howie looks good right now because our draft picks are developing. Because Teron Jackson, Milton Williams on the defensive line, they kept three guys on that defensive line on this roster this year that are rookies. They pretty much their whole defensive line rookie class is on the defensive line this year, which is great. But yeah, I have to give Howie some credit as well. But at the same time, like, we have to see down the road how this is going to pan out. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Ohami's family says JJAW has had how many chances now? He's had a lot, and he got lucky. Will Epley says, I think we should have kept John Hightower or Travis Fulgham because JJ really hasn't done anything to show. I don't know. I mean, Fulgham hasn't done much either training camp and joint practice-wise or preseason. So I think we're taking it as he didn't do much last offseason and then exploded in the middle of the season. You know what I mean? So how do you rate and value all these players? I mean, I think Nick has had a soft spot for JJ a lot because he's talked about him in the past to say how hardworking he is. But I'm tired of hearing guys every time JJAW. When did JJAW? I never seen JJAW on video do anything during joint practice or at least at these practices, regardless. So it is what it is. Evan Brad says, don't agree Minshew as third QB. I mean, for this year, he's going to. I mean, I think he's better than Flacco. I didn't like Flacco in preseason at all. I didn't. Besides a screen pass and a pass to, a few good okay passes. I mean, he did okay, but he wasn't perfect. Sloppy Joe said, great news about Hurts, but what about Mulata news? Yes, that's a good thing, right? Ohami's family says Fulgham is getting signed tonight or tomorrow. I don't doubt it. I really don't. I won't be surprised. Marcus Bimop says, will you bring back Sidney Jones? Why are you saying the same thing? Carlos says, bro, 7 linebackers. From what it looks like, yeah, I don't know. Everything is going to get the numbers are going to get fixed. That's definite. Ron Merson, did you see how mad Howie was when Nick named Jordan Mailata the starter over Dillard? I didn't watch the press conference at all. I'm going to watch it, but I did not watch it yet. Robert says Rasul Douglas got cut because I just saw that Rasul Douglas actually signed with the Texans, which was cool. I guess didn't make it. Philly Fan D with the super chat. Appreciate it, man. It says, great sports talk, bro. Keep everyone engaged. Nah, I always do, man. Always do. It's Robert doing this now. I was going to do the stream tonight, but I said, you know what? Everyone needs to relax tonight. Let me do this early so it gives everybody a break tonight and have to watch me panic and stress out. But much appreciated, Philly Fan D. Much love, bro. We have 244 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody coming in. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't hit the like button on the stream, hit the like button on the stream. It really does a lot for the channel. If you guys haven't, hit the memberships for the extra content. If you guys haven't done that, we definitely put out extra content for that. And the Philly Shakedown podcast of Philly 500 is on Saturdays. This Saturday, we'll be hosting it on my channel this week to talk about everything that's happened this week. So stay tuned for that. So hit the subscribe button. You guys will love it here. Much love to everybody that's in here. Alexander Ford says, what's going on? Release Howard too? I would just give it time. They're tweaking the roster because you know what? Sometimes there are coaches that will be like, hey, we have to cut you for like number reasons, but then we'll bring it back once we make other moves. There could be some deals behind the table, behind the scenes. It does happen, so I wouldn't go crazy about it. Born Bless says Howie is applying something. I think he's getting. No, he's not getting Michael Thomas. No. Can't say that. Passion C is just tired of homie saying we're a QB factor when we get our franchise QB, but agree with you, Joey. She's getting better for trades and draft picks. We're getting better for the future. Got to get these draft picks, on point. Eagle Yago says, I hope Carson Wentz stays healthy so we can get that first-round pick. How awesome would that be to have 3 firsts or maybe a 4th first-round pick if we trade Ertz? We're not getting a first-round pick for Zach Ertz. Like if we even trade Zach Ertz for the season starts and someone needs a tight end that badly, I don't know. You could get a third. I don't know if that his value has gotten a little bit better because of preseason and obviously a solid camp. But I don't know if you're not getting a first-round pick. That's definitely not. You'll save $8.5 million. Maybe you'll get a 4th. Maybe you'll get a 5th. I don't know what the deal is. You'll get something out of it, but it's not going to be a first-rounder. Not even a second-round pick. I would say 3rd, but that's going kind of still steep right now. But if a team is willing to give up a lot, then hey, and to give Zach Ertz a new contract, that's fine. But Carson Wentz isn't going to be healthy. He's rushing his injury back week 1. I don't have trust in him staying healthy. In my mind, we have 2 1s and 2 2s. That's in my mind right now. As of right now, that's what I'm thinking right now. So, it is what it is. Mohammed says, I'm thrilled for Mailata. I'm pumped for Mailata. 6'8", 350 pounds. I just can't wait to see him play left tackle. Can't wait. Ludi says, no keeping like Thomas out of Philly. No crybabies in my town. And that's true because he is one big crybaby. Cyclone says, B-Dog Gang, so you ain't getting no revenge. These Giant fans, man, they don't leave us alone. Robert California said, no one wants to win signs with the Giants. Easy Money says, everybody go watch the press conference. How he struggled to answer the question. Fulgham was the best receiver in the league for a month. What does he need to do to improve to make a 53-man roster? I got to watch that because that's kind of ridiculous. If he had trouble answering that, the truth is right in front of you. But guys, it's a year-to-year league, okay? Whatever a player did last year is what he did last year, okay? And you know what? With Fulgham, things change. The coaching staff, a lot of things did change. And he did well last year. But, he had more competition, obviously, in this room this year. I'm not saying that JJAW was better. Not saying anything like that. But I'm saying that we don't know behind the scenes what really happened. Was he fully mentally there with the team? I don't know. Anything could have happened. Because, obviously, it didn't pay off in these preseason games or joint practices. Why is the Giant fan here? Well, he's one of my biggest fans, so he loves me. He just absolutely loves me. I think we could have got St. Nick for what we gave up for Minshew. Bring back Nick, but not right now. Nah, I wouldn't even touch that right now. I think you got a pretty solid quarterback out of Gardner Minshew. I really think Gardner Minshew is a good quarterback. I think he's solid, a lot of starting experience. He can move in the pocket. He's got good pocket awareness. I mean, he's good. He moves. He's a mobile quarterback. He's not slow. He's a good quarterback. I think he's solid, and I think he'll be our backup quarterback if Jalen Hurts works out. He'll be our backup quarterback in 2022 next year. Born Blessed Eagles have the easiest schedule in the league. Yeah, but it's still going to be a tough schedule. Still got to face KC. Still got to face, I think, Baltimore. Still got to face a few good teams in Tampa Bay. There's still a lot of good teams out there. So there's nothing easy about our schedule. But this team needs to prove me wrong. I'm glad we're facing some hard teams this year. So JD says, hashtag bring back Howard. Let's get it trending. Yeah, right? Why not? Alexander says, JJ be gone as well. Yeah, we'll see. Ohana says Malcolm Butler just as we speak retired. Oh, yeah, I saw that he was contemplating on retirement the other day. Yeah, I guess he just called it quits, man. I mean, he had a good career. I mean, he gave the Patriots a Super Bowl, so he did well there. Brian Sherman says 7 linebackers. Yeah, it's kind of a lot there. They probably liked a lot of those guys. Probably why. I mean, they must have liked a lot of guys. Lou D said, I was watching. No, you know what it is? You know what it is with the linebackers? Here's what it was. We did see news the other day about the Eagles trading depth linebackers. Remember you saw that news yesterday about the Eagles getting rid of linebackers and offensive line? Well, they got rid of Matt Pryor. They probably kept a couple guys at linebacker right now. So they can make some trades, because I'm telling you right now, a linebacker is getting traded. That's why they're keeping 7. So they're at least trading 1 or 2 of them. They're trading somebody as of right now. Sorry about that, Lou. I was watching the press conference and switched to your live stream. I like your genuineness. I appreciate it, bro. You could have watched the live stream, bro, because I'm going to watch it sooner or later today. I got to watch it. By the way, what was it? Ben Simmons wants out of the Sixers. You saw that news today. That sat with a lot of Sixers minds that he doesn't want to show up to training camp. But anyway, just wanted to bring that up. Robert California's only because you don't have millions. Lou D says, keep up the good work, Joey. Everybody hit the like button. Appreciate it, Lou. Appreciate everybody that's in here. Subscribe, like the video if you guys have not. It does bring the channel a long way. Cyclone says, I was deathly afraid when Dillard stayed on the roster that he was going to be the starter. Yeah, I mean, he played bad. I mean, preseason he played bad. It was just, he's played horrible. Ohana says, cap me up on the release. What happens today? I only know a few. I mean, if I can go through the whole list as of right now, the Eagles. These are everything that's happened. So the Eagles, they released defensive tackle Raquan Williams, running back Jason Huntley, Craig James, Matt Leo, Andre Patton, offensive line Rose Pierce Batcher. I've never even heard of that guy. Cornerback Michael Jaquette, tight end Carrie Angeline that we literally picked up like a couple days ago. Defensive end Jaquan Bailey, running back Elijah Holyfield, wide receiver Markin Michelle, linebacker Rashad Smith, obviously Andrew Adams, a few other guys. It's been a good day. You know, Travis Fulgham, John Hightower, Jordan Howard now. So there's a good amount of cuts. So JD said, just like the stream, appreciate it, bro. Much love, man. Easy Money says, how he kept JJ protect his draft stats. JJ has shown us nothing for 2 years. Fulgham was great. Then they benched him for old Alshon. Well, Fulgham actually ended up getting hurt last year, and that's why they benched him. But then when he was ready to come back, they never put him back in the game. That was the big problem. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you judge what Fulgham and what JJ did? JJ waited till the last preseason game to do something. It makes no sense to me why he's here. It just makes no sense how 2 receptions for a little bit over 40 yards, but against nobodies. I mean, like, he faced the Steelers set backups, and he got he didn't get a reception. He got targeted once and couldn't get the ball. So I don't get it. Let's see here. Nice kick says, Fulgham, Howard, Hightower, Ridgeway, Rogers, Raleigh, all gone. Cyclone 58 says, Daniel Jones ain't going to have time to throw the ball. His O-line's horrible. They trade for a guard today. I forgot from where, but they trade for a guard today. And it's unfortunate. I mean, he didn't play well. I mean, Daniel Jones didn't play well. The protection wasn't well either. Victor says, Carson was healthy for the entire 2019 and 20 season. Michael Fox, do you think we should get John Brown? John Brown is a speedster wide receiver. It's intriguing if you want to bring him in. I don't mind it. I've been a John Brown fan for a long time. I mean, when he was with the Cardinals, he used to mess us up, John Brown. But that's up to them if they want to add, they have 2 extra roster spots they're going to use for certain positions. So did they use them on linebacker right now? Are they moving everything around? I don't know what they're doing. I would say bring in another receiver if they wanted, but I don't know if John Brown would want to come here, but it is what it is. Nogo YB says, thoughts on the linebackers we have? I like the group. I mean, I don't blame Nick Rallis and Jonathan Gannon for keeping some of these guys. I really don't, because I like the Eric Wilson. Other than a couple missed tackles in the backfield, I like the Eric Wilson. Alex Singleton is a tackling machine. TJ Edwards is a beast on special teams and on regular defense. I mean, Davion Taylor, Rashad Smith, they obviously hurt or healthy, not playing well. Patrick Johnson played okay, but nothing crazy. I mean, he didn't really explode on that in preseason this year. I mean, I liked Sean Bradley. I liked a lot of these guys. I really did. There's a good 4 of them that I did like. So to see production from your linebackers it's fantastic. It's crazy. It's great to see. Ohana says, biggest release this afternoon throughout the league. Mine is definitely super Cam. That was a big surprising one. I mean, hey, good for Mac Jones. Good for him. You know what I mean? They saw a lot more out of him, so that's good. Patrick I think Hurts will be the next McNabb. Great scrambler, great arm, yet inaccurate from deep. I think Hurts is going to be better accuracy-wise down the field. He did have some trouble even in that first preseason game. It's missing Quez Watkins. He could have had 2 touchdowns for Quez Watkins and missed him on that big wide open sideline catch. Kind of overthrew it a little bit. Hold on, I lost my spot. I always lose my spot. I'm very low on this chat right now, guys. Eagles Fly says, I'm happy with our team. Let's not pick no one up. Let's see what our team has except our Sega. Exactly. Lou D says, we have 2 great linebackers and some other ones that most likely are trade bait. Yeah, I think they are trade bait. There's already reports that they were going to be trading offensive linemen, which they did in Matt Pryor, and they've already been looking at depth linebacker trades. So look for something like that. Guys, they're going to try to get as much draft capital as possible. So Nate Smith is not so good trade camp, but our preseason, it's simple. People don't be biased for a small stretch of games. I think it just depends who it is. I think it depends on who it is, and it depends on what you know about the player from what you've seen from past years, or if he's a rookie or if he's not a rookie, he's been in the league. I mean, I think it's just from what you see from the player. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. I don't think it's being biased. I think it's just people have their own opinion their own way. It says maybe Fulgham comes back. I hardly doubt it. I think I have Hightower coming back before Fulgham comes back, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Plus, we complained about linebackers. Maybe this is their response. Well, no, it's their response, but it's not about the player's response. It's the coaching aspect, the development aspect that we've been missing. Jim Schwartz had favorites. Doug Peterson had favorites, veteran favoritism. They kept Nathan Gary blowing games for us all the time. So I honestly think it's development. I think this coaching staff, Nick Rouse, the linebacker coach, and Jonathan Gann there is a mosquito right there. I don't know what happened. But, all right. Sorry. It was really bothering me. But, yeah, I think development stage, it's kind of crazy. Isaiah Brown says, Jalen going to ball this season. We're going 11-6. I said 7 to 9 games, but if they surprise me more, they could win more games. Matt Hatter says, Fulgham lost a step. Could have. We'll see, though. Luthi said, remember everyone said they don't find value in strong linebackers. Well, I think our linebacker core is very underrated. I don't think we have Pro Bowlers on this team, but linebacker-wise. But I think they've done a pretty good job with development and to see what they're going to be switching from a 4-3 to a 3-4 scheme. They're going to be having linebackers in coverage. We're going to blitz a lot. We're going to do so much different things that we didn't get the chance to do with Jim Schwartz. No picket fence defense. Playing cautious defense when you don't have pretty much no creativity in your defense and just no confidence in your defense when you do stuff like that. Harak, what's going on, man? Says we trade Pryor to Colts. I think Fulgham goes there because Wentz is there. They had chemistry. I mean, it could happen. Says Fulgo, I wish you the best wherever you go. Uno Velasquez says, how would you feel about Desmond Trufant? I mean, I don't think he's good. I mean, he's at for depth. I mean, he's a veteran. For depth, sure, but as like a starter, nothing. I think he could be a nice role player for you, but I think as far as it really goes, so. Easy Money says Minshew best out Nick Foles for the starting job in Jacksonville. Minshew 37 touchdowns, 11 picks. Co LLC says, why is JJAW still here? Everybody's starting to find out now. It's not good. It's not good. Philly fan says, why not cut Flacco? It's just for a veteran to be here, and I mean, that's pretty much it, you know. Lou D says Minshew is going to be a great backup. Hurts runs head first, never slides. We need him. He'll see the field here and there. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think by next year he'll be the backup to Hurts if Hurts does works out. So I would watch out for that. Eagles fly. So I had a dream last night about our Eagles. Let's just say it was a great one. Come on, birds fly. Let's do it. Victor says Butler was a one-play wonder, and people were saying the Patriots threw a Super Bowl by benching him. Yeah, I don't know about that. Ohana says, you've seen Ben Simmons wants out of the best city in the nation. Bye-bye. We will just win a championship without you. And that's true. That's true. Gary says, also think we need a veteran wide receiver. There's actually a few people that think we need a veteran wide receiver. Philly fans, D said, even though my friend's brother was friends with him, had a few drinks of choice with him back in the day. Coleman says, how many turnovers are we going to have this year? Hopefully not a lot, but I know we'll make mistakes here and there. It'll probably happen. Alexander Ford says, watching the NFL Network, and I lost it when I saw Howard and Fulgham was released. Did JJAW get released? Yeah, no, he did not. He did not. Comment says, I mean, many are going to be because. Danny, what's going on, bro? Ohana says, I have to watch this press conference, but definitely going to stay on here. Appreciate it. Dev says, I hope we could bring back Howard, Clark, Ridgeway on practice squad. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to find out. Cody Kleinfelder says, what up, Joey? I'm sad Howard is gone. I am too. But I wouldn't go crazy. They have a lot of linebackers they're probably trading. They have 7 linebackers that they're holding on to. So I would kind of wait a second. You know, some of the players do talk to the coaches like, hey, we have to make some trades and then we'll bring you back, blah, blah, blah. So it might happen. So Victor said Howard will be back. Relax. I hope he is. Polly J says, do you feel that Eagles starting quarterbacks are better than last year's? I feel the same way about a lot. What do you think, bro? I think they're capable. Like I like Darius Slay a lot, and Steven Nelson is capable of being a starting cornerback. I think it's a lot better by a mile because you have 2 capable guys that could do so much as of right now with your cornerback. So I think there's a lot to take out of it. I think you have a really good squad. Unfortunately, McPherson needs a little bit more learning to do because his coverage was not good whatsoever. Jaquette, thank God he's gone because he gave up too many receptions, as well as McPherson did as well. But obviously, he's a rookie. You don't give up on a rookie that easily. So give him another year, see what he could do, and see what happens. LeBlanc is still a free agent right now, so you can go get him. I would bring LeBlanc in a heartbeat. I mean, he embraces this city. So, Margaret Sack says, you probably mentioned it, but JJ over F13. Yeah, unfortunately. Marcos Garcia said, if JJ doesn't play as good this season, he should be released. Oh, 100%. Like, I'm done. They better not keep him on the roster. He can go on practice squad, and that's fine. That's fine. Keep him on practice squad if that's the case. If not, then it is what it is. But they got to do something. He doesn't do anything this year, then I don't know. Gene Rose said, I like our starters across the board. If everyone is healthy, there is no reason this team can't be a playoff team. I agree with that. I really do. But in a perfect world, that's what we'd like to see. You know what I mean? So, but I'm hoping, though. Ohana says, thanks for catching me up. No problem. I think other people were catching you up, too, with some of the players. So I appreciate everybody that we're keeping everybody around. 1437 base says, JJ is a bum, catches everything with his body. I don't like guys that catch with the body. I don't like that, and it's not a good sign. JJAW says, I'm still stand. Yeah. Ohana says, Blake Countess made the team. I don't know. I didn't read the safeties. 1437 base says, all JJ college type is him catching contested balls with his body. That is true. I've seen that a lot of times. We got 279 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate you being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't, cover the Eagles every single day. Live streams, videos, you name it. We do it all year, even in the off season. It's my bread and butter. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Let's get the stream to 200 likes if we can today. Why not, right? Much appreciate everybody coming here. Obviously, we have more content behind the membership, so click the pin comment up top if you guys want to check those out. And obviously, check some of my videos out I did today, and obviously my past videos if you guys want to check out some of the content before you subscribe. Much appreciate to everybody that is in here today. Much love to everybody. Make sure my phone's good. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Jalou says, I'm betting JJAW has a good impact on special teams and holds down the fifth spot because it really is his last chance and his coaching staff is for real. You know what? I think this coaching staff is great, but, I heard his blocking's really good. Hence why you said special teams and hence why he probably, does well in an offense. So, what do you think of the reason JJAW is still here? I don't know. I think either Nick thinks he sees something in him or Howie Roseman just override Nick and wanted to keep him here. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Because that game, I'm telling you right now, that game does not make you be a starting receiver or at least on the roster as a receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. To me, it makes no sense. To me, it just makes no sense. Kenyon Thorne says, only reason on JJ here because you could tell he gives effort on special teams. That's really sad, though. That's really sad. Barry says, hey, cut Howard because they have other priorities. As soon as Tyree Jackson goes to IR, he'll be brought back. We have Sanders who can run and catch, 2 running backs that are the same player. I think having these extra linebackers, some of these extra guys that we're going to be trading or getting rid of, will guarantee some of these guys to come back. So how they're not keeping 3 running backs is weird to me. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but keeping 3 running backs did not sit well with me whatsoever. I don't know what happened. Victor says they need a bruiser. I think we'll be fine. Matt says Lurie likes JJAW. Jesse Davis says JJAW comes from Pac-12. There's no defense from Pac-12. Everyone looks good. Asher Apologist says, are you sad that Ertz is still on the team? No, I'm not. Look, I don't care if Ertz is here or gone. Like, if he's here, great. If he's not, then great again. Like, I think it's a win-win. I think it's a win-win regardless. What happens. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think it matters. 1437 says, do I just keep Fogo and act like he was our second pick? Why not just keep Fogo and act like he was your second round pick? I have no idea. I don't know. Like I don't think he played well. I don't think he played well at all. I mean, that's really the only thing I have for it. Dev said, I hope we bring back Howard, Clark, and Ridgeway practice squad. Just Dave. T.Y. McGill. He had a really good preseason as well. He had a few sacks. He actually did pretty good. JJ, do we actually have 7 linebackers? From what I'm hearing, we have 7 linebackers right now. Yeah. DJ Chris Lutz says, anyone else want to drop kick? Everyone says we need Cam. Oh, my God. I don't doubt it, dude. I don't. Freddie Lemus, what's going on, bro? Why do we keep 4 tight ends? Obviously, it's because of Tyree Jackson. Once they put him on IR and they make some rosters moves, there's going to be different things. Eagle Yago says, I'm just waiting for a VR football game to release. I'm tired of playing Madden every year. It's just the same game for the past 3 years. Your thoughts? I haven't bought Madden yet. I'm going to buy it. I haven't bought it yet. Memo Mancera says, Sirianni says that JJ won his spot over Fulton because his special team skills. I got to watch this because I don't even believe that. Ohani's family says biggest release besides Fulgham today. Jordan Howard, really. I think that's one of the bigger ones, probably. Larry Krieber says the only reason they kept JJ was because he stepped up and played special teams. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Ludi says they better not even think about Cam. Joseph Vegas says I would rather trade Dallas away, always getting hurt, Goddard, and keep Ertz. I mean, it seems like Goddard gets these injuries every 6-7 games. It's not frequent, but it's like every 6 games he gets like these little injuries. I don't know what it is. Wild Husky King said I have Kelsey vibes and Jack Stahl. Look, I'm not going to go that far with it, but I'll say he could break tackles. He's got good hands. So, let's give him a chance. You know what I mean? Produce a third tight end if that's the case. The truth is, do you like Ramondre Stevenson or Tyron Williams or fantasy football? I don't play fantasy, but if I would go, I'd go with Tyson Williams. Mohamed Sam said, I think Madden is fine, just my opinion. Josh Rodriguez says, Eagles fans are really calling Travis Fulgham the next Terrell Owens and made sure. Oh, my God. All right, that's too far. That's too far. Brad Ontario Canada says, I owned every Madden until 18. EA Sports is awful. Do not give EA a cent. Please. Easy Money says he was the best receiver in the league for a month. Alex C says, Madden. Ohana, you never played 0405 when EA actually tried. Brent says, yes, Dallas Goedert hasn't been consistent at all. He has a ton of talent, but having Ertz this year is huge. I mean, he hasn't been consistent because he's not he didn't start as tight end since he's been drafted. I mean, that's just what it is, and that's what's happened. It makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, Dallas Goedert should be the starting tight end this year because he's on a contract year, and they're going to give him an extension. So Zach Ertz is leaving regardless after this year. The Eagles aren't re-signing Zach Ertz. It's not happening. So it is what it is. Truth says, thanks, bro. Paul says, Jack Stoll is Brent Selk, point two. I don't know about that, but we have to see more. I mean, I need to see more from Jack Stoll. I haven't seen enough. I liked what I saw, but I need to see enough. I haven't seen enough yet. Philly Fantasy, how can a GM evaluate talent never played a sport? I don't actually get that either. And that's what I don't get. Maybe he just knows the game of football. Maybe he was just a diehard fan of football. Maybe he was in college. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have the answers to that. I wish I did, but Jay Davis, a Washington football team should Cam with Ron Rivera. That would be interesting. Cam going to Washington. Nitro says, Ben Simmons being gone almost makes me more excited for the Sixers over the Birds this year. Yeah, we all saw that report today that he was not showing up to training camp. He wants out of the Sixers. And that's fine. I mean, no one's going to miss him regardless. It doesn't even matter at this point. You know what I mean? Black Cloud X-Men says, Jake beat Woodley hit up the likes. Nathan Smith says, easy money, keep words a month. What did he do in camp preseason? That's all that matters when you have a young receiver core fighting for spots. I don't agree with bringing in a veteran. I never was really into doing that just because there's really no point. I mean, I think this receiver core is so hard. They could influence themselves. They could do so much for themselves. They don't need any guidance. These guys, obviously, they need to learn, but these guys are so hungry, they don't need any guidance from another receiver coming in. I think they have enough motivation just from Jalen Hurts as their quarterback and from themselves being together. I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Eric Solana says, Whiteside's mom held an umbrella for Howie during practice. I like that. Cycle says, LeBlanc outside or in the slot? I mean, he could play both. But I like him in the inside. Ray Meyer says JJAW must have pics of Howie in a compromising positions. Jez Davis says Eagles need Howard. We have a small backs and bruiser. I think he'll come back. I don't think we're keeping 3 running backs. Evan Brass said we winning 7-8 games if Jalen does good. Tanner the Great says bring back NCAA. Their last game was better than Madden games. Jock says, how can they keep Marlon T over McGill or Ridgeway? I don't know because I thought McGill played really good. McGill had a few sacks, got some pressure. I thought he played really good. Big D said, were you surprised when JJAW made the 53? No. I didn't think that from that one play, from 2 really, but one that was obviously for a touchdown, that he would actually make the roster, try to do something like that. But I don't know. Devontae Graham says, what did we get for Sibbons? Well, nothing yet. Unless there's something I don't know, there's none yet. Pat and CJ, I'm going to slap someone if they say Zach Ertz should be starting tight end. He's so washed and Goddard is fast. That's like, I'm not saying that Ertz is washed, but I think in this new system he'll play better. But at this point, guys, like, Dallas Goedert is playing on a contract year, like working for an extension. I think they're actually going to give him an extension. It looks like it's already going to be done before this year ends. But still, like, Ertz should be number 2 this year. I mean, that's just me. Let Goddard flourish. Let him be the number 1 tight end and just let him be him and let him go out there. That's all I ask. Dev says, do we bring in Freeman as a 4th? No, we don't. No, we bring Jordan Howard back. We don't bring Freeman in. Grim Sniper says, people going to hate on Fulgham. Cut, but it was the best move. He does have speed and route running to get separation, and JJAW is 100% times better on special teams. I understand that. So you're saying that JJAW has more value than Travis Fulgham and special teams? Yeah, I don't think Fulgham even plays special teams. I don't even think that. The truth. Because what do you think about Kenneth Gainwell finishing running back 1 by the end of the season? I don't know. Look, Kenneth Gainwell was supposed to be a late second-round pick to an early third-round pick last year, this past year. But unfortunately, he took off because of the virus last year. And at this point, there were words about him that he was, looked at upon like Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's how much of a steal this guy is with getting better. I think he's a dual threat back that can catch out of the backfield. He's lined up as a wide receiver in these preseason games. He's got good elusive speed. I mean, he's quick with his feet. I mean, he makes the first guy miss most of the time. He's good, guys. He's good. And if Miles Sanders starts dropping receptions this year, these running backs are going to be in the passing game. And I'm telling you right now, if he starts messing up, I have no problem with Miles Sanders running the football. It's him catching the football. And which Doug Peterson strayed away from last year in the passing game, which he didn't do at all like he did in 2019, which was epic and fantastic. So it should be interesting. It should be. Shane will say, hey, Joey, I'm really upset they released Howard and Fulgham. Makes no sense. And to me, it doesn't either. I think I think it makes sense from a standpoint of they're keeping these 7 linebackers, but they're not keeping 7 linebackers. They're going to trade a few guys. And they're going to bring some guys back. I think Howard will be back. I don't think they're keeping just 3 running backs. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Joseph Vega says, they cut Richard Rodgers. They had a good camp last year. Was good. Yeah, well, last year, bro. It's a new year. Don't matter what he did last year. Don't matter. If he's not prepared for this year and he's not playing, if he can't compete with these other young guys, then it is what it is. I thought Tyree Jackson looked better than Richard Rodgers. I think Jack Stahl could have looked better than Richard Rodgers. That's just me this year. So Paul says Jay Howard, T.Y. McGill will be back next week after a couple of roster moves. I think so too. I think those guys will be back. I don't see why not. Lou D says Brent Goddard is a beast. Just has been the number 1 tight end staying healthy. I've been saying he's our biggest contributor this year, and I think he will be. Utilizing these tight ends is going to be huge. That's definitely going to happen. Definitely. Wild Husky King says Kenny Gainwell is a GOAT. I love him. I think he's great. Did you actually watch preseason most important game against the Jets? They played JJAW and Flacco. Fulgham got Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins. Tanner Great says Howard is Fulgham. On Hightower, I'm sad about. Jason Rhodes says, lots of these coaches and GM never played a game at a high level. Popovich, Belichick doesn't mean you don't know talent. The truth says, what do you think about Kenneth Gainwell being running back 1? I think I answered that. Paul said, Ron Rivera had chances last year to bring Cam Newton to Washington. He chose backup B. Allen and Heineke. That train left station years ago. Could get him again. Who knows? Brent, Ontario, Canada says Gainwell has a great chance to play a ton this year. He looks like a lower talented Westbrook. I really think Gainwell will be very good. Can't wait to watch him this year. No, I'm excited to watch him this year. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Victor says, it's obvious Howie doesn't evaluate talent alone. He works in cooperation with the entire coaching staff. Some people think Howie stays alone in a room undermining a team on purpose. No, I thought Howie actually worked with his coaches this year. I thought there were some Nick Sirianni picks in this draft. I thought there were Gannon picks in this draft. I thought there was a Howie pick or 2 in this draft as well. But at the same time, I know there's a collaborative effort, and there's definitely a collaborative effort with this roster as well. So I'm not really worried about it. I don't think that people need to relax and stop thinking like Howie's trying to ruin the team or something like that. It is what it is. He's made some mistakes. I understand that. I still don't want him here after this year. I wish another GM would come in here with the draft picks we're going to have next year, because I really want a new GM here. Like after this long, at 21 years, we need another GM. But if the Eagles have a good season, then that could all change. Howie Roseman the last year of his contract. Joseph Vega says Shakes JJAW shouldn't have even been on the practice squad. He had to be sitting in the back of the room, and they forgot he was there. Devlin English says, now that we've traded Matt Pryor, do you think Landon Dickerson will get number 69? Probably get his number now. I'm glad Dickerson is back. Matt Pryor, how'd you get value for him? You got value for a tackle that's horrible. I mean, Matt Pryor is horrible. And you got a free draft pick out of that. You really did. You really did. So, Zakaria Lopez says, I still don't understand why there are only 3 running backs on this roster. Miles Sanders has a history of missing time. Jordan Howard was a valuable price, a piece to step up to running back 1. I think they're just going to trade some guys. They have too many linebackers right now. They're literally going to trade somebody, figure out what they're going to do, and then they're going to bring some guys back. Obviously, they've talked behind the scenes on what they're doing. Nate Smith's easy money doesn't matter to me. It had Nick Mullins. He had no separation outside of 2 plays. One pass I give him the benefit of that was the play was blanketed by backups. And even that pass to Adrian Killens as well was pretty bad, too. Kenyon Thorne says, recently bias is crazy. Ben Simmons doesn't fit the Sixers, but the people saying he's a bad basketball player is crazy. No, Ben Simmons isn't a bad basketball player. He just doesn't use what he's supposed to be doing to his strengths. He doesn't drive to the basket. He passes the ball a lot. Can't shoot free throws. That's another problem. So there's a lot going on with that. Brent says, don't trust me. I like Dallas Goedert a lot, but he has to stay healthy and not drop games during touchdowns versus Cards last year. Yeah, I understand that. He can't do that. Paul says Cam Newton will end up as backup D. Jones for the New York Giants. Book it, Dano. Matt Weeks, what's going on, bro? Said very ticked at us getting TF13 over Umbrella Whiteside. It's unfortunate, right? Gary, what's going on? Says we need a bruiser back, type running back, convert those 3rd and 1s. We have none of those on our roster. I understand he's injury prone. I love Boston Scott, but he isn't at every down back. Need that big body. I give it time, guys. I give it time. I think Jordan Howard will be back. I think Howard will actually be back. I think he will. The truth says, what do you think about Kenneth Gainwell being running back 1? I think he could be. Eric says, still playing Madden 98. NFL Blitz was a stuff, man. Was a stuff. Oh, how many? Are you making any more Sixers videos? I like those. I made a few of them, but I'm not big into. I don't have time for it. I mean, between I work a job, I do this, and I have a lot more stuff to do. So I'll put out some stuff maybe, but it's going to be very little. Cyclone says, gonna head out. Nice talking to you. Hey, Cyclone, appreciate you coming in, man. Much love, dude. We got Common Star with the Super Chat. Appreciate it, man. Say, hey, Joey, sorry I'm late. I am beyond, man. I think everybody is, but I think we should relax a little bit. I think we'll be all right. I understand. Nate, appreciate the Super Chat, man. So Nate Smith's the easy money, but he actually did something this offseason again. Have a young receiver core. Can't have a complicated dude taking up a spot. At least JJ made a play happen. No, I mean, not like I was not happy about it. Of course I was, but, you know, you're talking about Travis Fulgham didn't really do anything this offseason. Never really showed up. Hightower was hurt. Missed a lot of chances. Opportunity. Nothing there. JJAW, I figured if Fulgham played well or John Hightower played well, I figured that JJ would make this team. But he made this team, unfortunately. And that's the sad part about it. Lawrence Talley says, I commend you. You have always done a great job. Lawrence, I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. Philip Fan D says, Tecmo Bowl. I have not played that in such a long time. Would love to get back into it. Brent Ontario says, NFL Street was the best. Oh, I remember NFL Street. That was awesome. I missed actual good fun sports games. I totally forgot about NFL Street. Danny says, I think Gainwell will be the starter by the end of the year. Man, a lot of people think Miles Sanders is going to drop off. No joke. Nate Banks says, Joey, as one of our 3 starting wideouts gets hurt, probably not. Do we really just trust JJ Arcega filling in that role? I sure don't. Eagles made a bad decision. I don't know. Like, if he surprises us, then hey, he surprises us. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. You remember at the end of the 2019 season, the last month of the season, we had to win out the NFC East. If you guys remember that, JJ had a couple good catches, and then they put him on the bench, and they didn't keep him in the game. We don't keep receivers in the game. It hurts them because you're not keeping the hot hand inside the game, and that's what happened with him. But Bleeding Green from Texas, Joey, give me your odds if Drummond and Embiid will duke it out this year. That it could happen. I mean, you saw the face when he came into the weight room. It's definitely not a good sign, but hey, it could happen during practice. You never know. Paul says Gardner Minshew will be the starter by week 8 or 9. Okay, so someone thinks that Jalen Hurts is going to be benched by that time. Commentator said, what Travis Fulgham go to a team like the Saints and get 1,000 yards? Just imagine, right? Matthew Edmondson says, fire Howie Roseman. Oh, well, fire Howie if he doesn't fix this roster. Oh, I think he's fixing it. I think he's fixing the roster. I don't think there's anything wrong with it right now. I mean, besides a couple things we didn't really agree with. I mean, really it's JJ. If JJ, at least catches some balls, gets some first downs, and maybe what is JJ going to look like? Okay, think about this. What is JJ actually going to look like when he is with Devontae Smith and when he's with Dallas Goedert, and how is he going to look with those starters with Jalen Hurts being the quarterback? It could be different, guys. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for it, but there's obviously Nick Sirianni. Whatever Nick Sirianni does, I trust in his judgment, and we're just going to have to see. Do I agree with it personally? No, but I'll have to warm up to it and find out. You know what I mean? We got a super chat from TJS. What's going on, man? Since the 53 is not going to be final, I expect a handful of players placed on IR. Expect Howard and probably Hightower back. Let's see. I think Howard will definitely be back. I think Hightower could be back. Hopefully Fulgham could be back. You never know. One of them at least. So I think that's definitely something to look forward to. But I agree, TJS. Appreciate super chat, man. Bling Reed from Texas. Joey, give me your opinion on Howie being voted of sleaziest GM in the game. Sleaziest GM in the game. I think if but even if the team does well, do they keep Howie Roseman still after this year, or they go in a different direction? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure about it. It's up to Jeffrey Lurie at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Hami's family say, I hope everything is in the past with a Drummond and Embiid, all one big happy family, right? Yeah, we'll see about that. We got 265 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate being here. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. You don't want to miss it. If you guys haven't hit the like button, hit the like button before you leave. It does help the channel out a lot. Much love to everybody that's in here today. We're having a good time talking about the final 53-man roster. And obviously not really final, but with more moves on the way. Put a couple videos out. If you guys haven't checked those out from today, just some opinions of what's been going on, and obviously a big rant on the JJ Arcega-Whiteside signing and keeping him on the roster. But much love to everybody that's in here. Check the pinned comment for memberships. Join the Shake Squad Army today. We are going to have extra content on that this year for the games and everything like that. We're going to be streaming games. We're going to be doing a post game. So this is how it's going to go during the season, guys. Saturday night we're streaming. Saturday night's the Philly Shakedown with Philly 500. Sunday we're streaming during the game. Sunday we're streaming the post game by myself, and then we're having another Philly Shakedown Sunday night. So we're gonna have 3 streams on Sunday, 1 on Saturday night. So it's gonna be a lot of content, guys. So subscribe. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be fun, and I'm pumped for it and excited. So Freeman Lewis says, watch JJ have 7 touchdowns this year. You never know. Whatever Nick Sirianni wants to do, guys, is whatever he wants to do. Like, whatever he wants to do, I'm fine with it. I'm not happy about it, but maybe there's stuff happening behind the scenes that we're not seeing. I don't know, but we'll see though. Danny says, when was the last time we won in Atlanta? A long time. We've beaten Atlanta multiple times during the Chip Kelly. We lost in Atlanta during Chip Kelly. I mean, I don't even remember the last time we went over there. I don't even know. It's a good question, though. Chad Block says, we are limited at corner depth. Yeah, we are. They need to go pick up some corners. They need to pick up somebody. Safety, I think it's much easier. There's a lot of guys out there. They have Clinton Dix out there. You have Carl Joseph out there. Some guys out there. Plenty. I think Will Parks is out there still. There's a whole bunch of guys still out there. Comments are, I think Travis getting cut over JJ was just unbelievable. They better be right because I am sick and tired of players going to other teams and playing better. This is a new era now. When we got rid of Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, and all these guys, and they had their little short stint of success with their teams, we're getting to that point now where now we're starting to get over that hump of developing. Now we're starting to develop players like guys. Like they kept our whole defensive line draft packs. That defensive tackle from USC, Tella, I forgot his name. That name I can't even pronounce. Milton Williams, Teron Jackson had really good camps at joint practices, and they had really good preseasons. So very happy with that. You know what I mean? Jonathan Lesko says, is Jordan Howard a shocker? It kind of is, but at the same time, you look at it and you say 3 running backs. Why is it only 3 running backs? I would just wait. I think Jordan's coming back. Jock Sirianni finally names Jalen Hurts starter like we didn't know. I know, but it's nice to hear it, though, right? Finally. Ohana's family says, did Bud Scott make the team? I'm nervous to hear. I think he did. I think he made it. Common Star says this should be Howie's last year and Howie should not get an extension. I really don't want Howie around anymore. That's just me. But we'll see what happens down the road. I think the coach should have more power. I think the GM, the next GM that comes in here, obviously, I think they shared a little bit of power. They definitely shared evaluation this year. That's definite. But I think Nick should have a little bit more power. I would give a little bit more towards Nick and Gannon with the drafts and free agency. That's what I think they should do. But we'll see, though. Nathan Smith says, Ohana, yes, he did. Danny says, Nick Sirianni has worked with wideouts throughout his coaching tenure. Hopefully he knows what he's doing. I think he does. I have a lot of faith in this receiver core this year. I have a lot of faith in Nick Sirianni. He loves technical. You just got the best receiver of the draft. You got the best receiver, best technical route runner in the draft, on top of Quez Watkins that looks like a really nice number 2. Rager is going to come into his own this year. A lot of people aren't Rager fans, but Rager, everybody played bad, so I don't want to hear that Rager. You could point out, I don't know how many players that played bad last year. Okay, Rager is going to explode this year. He is. They're going to line him up in the slot. They're going to line him up all over the place and use his speed to his advantage in open space and do some good things there. So, Ohana means family says breakout player of the year, Jalen Hurts. That's what I like to hear. Common Star says Howie being the sleaziest sounds about right. Melvin Gilmore says John Hightower. Wow, he didn't make it. Yeah, but I would give it time. We have 7 linebackers that I feel like we're going to make some trades and then bring some guys back. There might be some deals behind the table like, hey, we need to release you, but because we need to make some trades. But we're going to get you back on the team. Don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. So I think there's some stuff going on what's going on. Jay Punk said Boston Scott made the team. JJAW says most shocking cut Howard. Yeah, I thought it was shocking. Yeah, a little bit. Danny says, so the Dolphins are the front runners for Watson. As of right now, yeah. I mean, apparently. To pay that much, I don't think that's going to happen. Jock says, how many touchdowns does JJAW have to get to make you happy? I mean, it's really not even touchdowns. It's like as long as he's getting receptions and he's getting chunk yards and he's doing well, I don't really care about the touchdowns, really. I don't necessarily, it's not even about the touchdowns. It's just like, just look productive, get separation, make catches. That's really all I care about. Jay Plunk says Kerrigan, Cox, and Sweat. Oh, Josh Sweat. Who's excited for Josh Sweat this year? I'm pumped. Even Boston Scott was asked a question the other day about Josh Sweat, saying who's the most important player that you're going to see break out this year. And he said Josh Sweat looks so explosive coming off the ball. Josh Sweat's ready to play, guys. He's a free agent after this year. If he plays well, they gotta lock him up. Let Derek Barnett walk. Brandon Graham might come back for another year. I don't know. He's a free agent as well, so who knows? Nailfly says, what day is it? It is the 31st of August. Ohami's family says, Kenneth don't understand why we released Hightower. He was hurt. I mean, he was hurt and only had like a preseason game to make up for it. That was pretty much it. Comments also makes it worse. They had no words for Fulgham getting cut during the press conference. The only thing they said was JJ was better. Like, we haven't heard that before. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. Easy Money says, Umbrella Man for special teams. Brown Terry says, boy, if Hurts plays great this year, 2022, we are set up for a huge turnaround. We will have cap space, minute 2 first rounds and 2 second-round picks. That's huge. Or we can have 3 first rounds. You never know. But for right now, we have 2 first and 2 seconds. But we'll see what happens. Dave Begg says, I mean, Howie literally chose a guy he drafted in the second round who caught 1 touchdown preseason. Travis, who led our team in yards. I'm sorry, I'm mad at Howie, and that's just wrong. I think it is, too. I mean, the last preseason game, if JJAW did not catch that touchdown, or even having 1 reception, because Hightower had a couple receptions at preseason, but that's pretty much it, though. There's nothing more to that. Paul says 76ers are a 4 or 5 seed next season. Now, if the Eagles should trade for Aguilar, is he? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Rock 215 says, I still think we need a cheap veteran wide receiver. JJ never got developed under Peterson, maybe different under Sirianni. That's what I was saying earlier. Maybe it's just the coaching staff that just needs to put him in the right position. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be nice if he worked out. It'd be really nice, but I'm not really sure though. Marcus Spike says, what's good, Joey? I really don't know how to think about this roster. One thing I do know is we got a lot younger. We got a lot of new faces, and it's more exciting. You're not faced with the same veterans every year. Like, you got veterans on this team, but it's fresh faces everywhere. The youth movement in Philadelphia is here. You got to be really excited for it. Alex says, I hate Howie, but honestly, he could have been worse, like the Giants or Dolphins. That's true. Easy Money told you guys. Cobb Star says, the playoff game in 2018, I guess that was the last time we beat the Falcons. Yeah, I'm saying at home, though. I'm saying in Atlanta. The last time we beat them home was obviously the divisional game, and then before that, yeah, Chip Kelly. So now flies the Eagles should trade for a superstar wide receiver. We don't. Not right now. We have a superstar receiver. We don't need a superstar receiver. Nate Smith said, been like 6 years, I think, since we won in Atlanta. The last time we beat them was in Philly. Yep. I still can't believe Smitty is an Eagle. I wanted it to happen every day leading up to the draft. By far, Howie's best move here. Yeah, obviously with Nick Sirianni, too. I mean, he loves wide receivers. You're able to trade back from 6 to 12, get Miami's first-round pick, give away a third-round pick, and acquire Devontae Smith. It was a good draft day. Melvin Gilmore says, why? John Hightower, Travis Fulgham. Have no idea, man. They both didn't produce enough in camp, and they didn't. That's just the truth. Nate Smith says Tulapudo, I think his name. Yeah, I don't even remember. Phase 2 Gaming says, bro, your expression made me laugh on the JJ video. I'm still upset about the loss of Howard and Fulgham. Hey, if it gives you entertainment, then great. But I was like, it wasn't even. I literally got up from my computer and I sat down and then I just saw a bunch of notifications and then that happened when Fulgham ended up leaving and I was like, ended up getting cut and that's what happened pretty much. Philly Luke says it's pronounced as Tua Pool. Okay. I said his name wrong. Shoot me. Sterling Alba says, how it's Joey from Hawaii. Land Dickerson is Isaac Samalo for left guard. I wonder if that would happen. I wonder if they would actually move him if they had to, where he would play. I think he could play any position on the offensive line other than center. I think he could play guard. I think he's tough enough to do all that. Commentators say, I hope Jordan comes back or we get some kind of bruiser back. I think he'll be back. I'm not worried about it. If he's not, I'll be shocked, but I think he will be back. I think they're trying to make some trades with some certain players. We have 7 linebackers, so obviously you're not keeping 7 linebackers on your team right now. So Paul says, Travis Fulgham, a 4-time cut release player for a reason. It's just not about talent, which he has. He's a head case that may have ended his career. A lot of people say he's a head case. I don't know why. We got Teddy Cancun Cruz. What's going on? Says Joey, what's good, buddy? How did Avery make the 53? I wouldn't go crazy. We have 7 linebackers. There was a report that came out yesterday that the Eagles might trade offensive linemen, which they did in Matt Pryor and got a 6th-round pick. And they were going to trade some depth linebackers. So look for Jannard Avery getting traded or somebody. Could be Sean Bradley. I don't know. Could be anybody back there. Phil Luke says it's pronounced as Tua Polo 2, basically. There's always a player each year in the draft that would do anything to get in Philly. This year was Devontae. I can't believe Rookie of the Year. I'm pumped as much as you are about it. Sloppy Show says, imagine if we drafted Chase and we had those drop issues for. Oh man, imagine. You know what? He dropping balls. His route running's not good. He's not getting open. It looks really bad right now. It's bad. Paul says Avery and Dillard will be traded by week's end. I think so. I think that could happen. Jock says, Joey, I've been with you on the Rager train. I'm on the Rager train. Let's do it. Brandon Ontario says, I personally don't trust Jalen Rager. Something about his attitude doesn't sit well with me. I hope I'm wrong, but he seems mentally soft big time. I don't think Rager's soft at all. I mean, maybe in the offseason when he was with his Twitter, he was very, he was kind of warning people not to underestimate him. But after he got ringed out by Sirianni during practice, he got yelled at and I think it changed after that day. For some reason, he just played better after that. Sam Bell, what's going on, man? Denson Price says, what happened to Jacoby Stevens? I mean, he was hurt, didn't play at all. I mean, what were they supposed to do? You know what I mean? Philly Luke, I'm surprised we kept 3 running backs. It's not final yet, guys. It's not final. They might bring Jordan back. Nathan said, at least I know name Halapula. Yeah, the Halapoulivaati Vaitai, I know that name. I learned how to do that. I don't know how I learned how to do that. Or say that. Ohio said, which linebackers are in the hot seat? It could be Patrick Johnson. It could be Sean Bradley. It could be Jannard Avery. I mean, those are my 3 right there that could be on the hot seat right now. TGS says, damn, Jacoby Stevens had literally no impact. No, I mean, he was hurt. I mean, it is what it is. Teddy Cancun Cruz says, Joey, the wide receivers will only be as good as Hurts. The kids has a lot on his shoulder. No, he does. And you know what? I don't think it phases him, though. As much pressure Jalen Hurts has, I don't think it really phases him at the end of the day. So I think it's good, guys. I think it's really good. Sloppy Show says, JJAW is the best blogging wide receiver on the team. Far more than it's worth. Commissar says Josh Sweat is a beast. He is. I'm excited for him to start. He's actually starting. Opposite of Brandon Graham this year. It's going to be fantastic. Brown Terrio Canada says one receiving touchdown, not a picked up fumble touchdown. Ahami's family says this defensive line is the best in the league. I truly believe it. I think they could be a top 5 defensive line. I think they can. Shane Rose says can't wait for Josh Sweat. He gets better every year. I think he's a stud. As long as he stays healthy, he's good. And I feel like he shouldn't even be a rotational guy. The more he stays in the game, the more disruptive he is. That's just me though. Market Spikes, this damn skew. Market Spikes says it's more about effortless play by Whiteside than anything else. It was said he's great on special teams. Travis didn't play on special teams. It's unfortunate, man. This is like I'm hoping that's not the main reason why. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's not at all. Pullman sees a Hightower will be the practice squad on a big team by October. TJ Page says I'm cool with the running backs we kept. I felt like they were the best on the roster. I think with Jordan Howard, I think they'll add Jordan Howard. I think we were loaded at running back. Coming to camp with 8, I mean, we were loaded. Commissar says in the press conference, Nick said Tyree Jackson was the most surprising player. I think they really value Tyree Jackson and they see his potential, which is good. Keep him on IR, let him sit, put him on the shelf, and we're gonna see some good things from him. I mean, he's 6'7", 82.5-inch wingspan. I mean, this guy has got he's got crazy size. It's ridiculous. Alhami's family says, who would run a race, Kyle Murray or Jalen Hurts? I don't know. I think Murray is faster. I think Kyle Murray is faster. Freeman Loomis says, season is almost here. I'm so excited to see our new offense and defense schemes. I'm pumped too, bro. I'm pumped for it as well. I'm really pumped for it. Wade Sutherland says, Malata 6'8", 380 now. He said he was the light last year. P.S. The pressure with Howie and Nick went 100% smooth as hell. They were even laughing and making jokes. All right, well, that's good. At least there's some normalcy going on. You know what I mean? So that's good. Nathan Smith says Everson Griffin just got cut. Everson Griffin. Remember he went to the Cowboys? I thought he was going to sign with the Eagles at one point. But, yeah, it's someone they could look at if they really want, if they really wanted. Ohami's family said I would have enjoyed a sign Kendrick Bourne this year. Love of his speed. Evil Eagle says I think this defense is going to shock everyone. I think so too. JJAW says love the handle. Wide receivers blocking is what makes 5-yard runs turn to 35-yard runs. Teddy says, Joey, I already have him. A lot of jerseys going to be this team's offensive best player. I think he might get himself into the Pro Bowl. If I'm not a Pro Bowl, I think Malata will get his name to the league. I think he'll be noticed a lot and get some recognition and some attention. Commissar, now that Fulgham is not here, we should get John Brown, in my opinion. I don't mind John Brown at all. I mean, he's a speedster. I mean, he's getting up there in age, but he's a speedster. Just depends what he wants. Gavin Stacks, didn't we just beat Atlanta the first game of the season after the Super Bowl? I forgot, man. It just depends if we were home or not. Frederick Cooper says, who's our running backs? It's Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders as of right now. Nanofly, we need to trade for a superstar. Claypool said, we literally beat Atlanta in the game back after the Super Bowl when we stopped them again in the end zone. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was at that game. I totally forgot. I actually went to that game. I totally forgot about that game. Yeah, we won right in the end zone, like pretty much the same way it happened last time. I totally forgot. I was at that game. It was raining real hard that game. Marcus Pikes, I really hope we could stay healthy, bro. I hope so. Fade 2N Game said, is there any one you would try to acquire right now? I mean, look, if I'm looking at safety, I'm looking at Carl Joseph, I'm looking at HaHa Clinton Dix at safety. I mean, I'm looking at Will Parks. I mean, there's a bunch of safeties I would look at right now. I mean, there's a bunch of guys you can look at. Ohana says, I am shocked about Washington is really about to roll at Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know, man. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see here. Marcus Spikes, that's what I'm talking about. Be careful what you ask for now at the Bengals. As far as Rager, just needed to be. I think he needed to be chewed out. I think he got chewed out, and it just turned him around. Angel F. Faddis says Jordan is cut. People are getting surprised now. But I think he's coming back, though. Comment said, I told everyone Chase was the 4th best receiver coming out of the draft, and everyone said I was crazy, but his film was disappointing. So far, I'm being proven right. I also said Smith would be best. Marianne Johnson says Howie doesn't believe in Hurts. Go listen to his press conference. Why? What? Nathan Bibb says Washington is the best defensive line. Let's be real. They have some. No, they're great up front. They're fantastic up front. I think they're one of the best defensive lines, definitely. 100%. Trust says everyone needs to claim down Howard and Hightower will be back. Jerry says differences in like Wentz. Hurts doesn't sit when he oh boy. Patrick CJ says Jalen Hurts will be the new McNabb, just inaccurate and deep. Lou D says Hurts has overall speed. Murray is quicker, so it depends on length of the race, I guess. TJS says I think we really like TDY McGill, waiting for him to come off the COVID list. Jane Martinez says you think we have a few chances of a deep playoff run? Deep, no. I think they can get to a playoff game. I don't know if they'll win it, but it just depends what our roster looks like, our injuries look like. It just depends what we look like getting to that game. Danny says, I wish I saw McNabb prime. I've never seen highlights. What a beast. Lou D says, my top 5 O-line, top 3 D-line, we were loaded at running back, O-line, maybe wide receiver. But, yeah, we had a lot of talent. It's all up to Hurts and Sirianni. That's what it's all about, man. Starts with your quarterback and your coach. Nate Smith and McNabb for being on the hate list for that Super Bowl performance. One pick that wasn't on him was the other one. Made was so mad. Bleeding Green Nation from Texas. Joey, we are dogs in the first 3 weeks already. How many games are we really going to win? I say 7 to 9. I mean, that's me. But if they surprise us, I think they could win 10 or more. That's just depends. Message from a goalie: Joey Gainwell's pass blocking worries me. Please no play action if he's back there. I think they know his strengths. Obviously, like they're not going to put him in a bad position. But if they're showing blitz, it just depends. You know what I mean? Like so, if they show blitz and he's supposed to do something, then I don't know. They'll have to figure it out. You know what I mean? But Jordan Howard is one of the pass blocking. Miles Sanders is great at pass blocking, so I ain't worried about it too much. JJAW says, does Cam Newton sign with Dallas or Washington? Dallas, no. Washington, possibility, but maybe not. Chris Hero says, any names that got cut that you could see us bringing in? I like Antonio Gandy Golden. Gandy Golden is another guy they could bring in. I don't know, but we'll see, though. Ludi says, we win anywhere between 8 and 11. Ludi says Holyfield gone again. Yeah, he's not coming back. There's no way he's coming back now. Unless he's on practice squad. That's about it. I'm awake. Are you said I was on Holyfield, but my goodness, bring him back. Yeah, I don't know. Jordan Howard, I mean, his pass protection is really bad. Holyfield's really bad at picking up blitzes. Really bad. So, let's see here. Ludi says, Stack, you are correct. I think it looks good. I mean, it looks fantastic. By the way, we have 250 people still in the chat, running strong, guys. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. Much love to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't hit the like button before you leave. Much appreciated from everybody coming in. Check out the description to support in other ways as well. We have the Philly Shakedown podcast this Saturday. I made a few videos today. We went heavy on videos today because it was very busy. So we're gonna have more videos the next couple of days. It's going to be real busy. And, we're going to be doing live streams. We're going to be streaming the games this year. We're going to have 4 streams on Sundays. We're going to have a stream on Saturday night. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So definitely stick around because a lot's going to be happening around here. Robbie Gravino, what's going on? Robbie Gravino says, who are we going to release add waiver players, COVID injuries, Marlon T, hopefully JJAW, who else? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, but, I mean, we'll see, though. Brent says, have an amazing night. Thanks for being awesome. Brent, appreciate you coming in, man. Fate2 Gaming says, I like how all the sports announcers, including Colin Coward, don't believe we're going to win more than 3 games. Can't wait till the Eagles pull a Houdini on all of them and prove everybody wrong. That's definite. But, all right, guys, well, there are 230 people in here. I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. I'm going to end this. It's already like an hour and a half. I got some stuff to do. I have some editing I have to do tonight. I got more stuff I have to do tonight, unfortunately. So if you guys are around, obviously check out some of the content. Subscribe to the channel. Like the stream before you leave today. Much appreciated from everybody. We're going to be doing more. We have more videos out tomorrow, so don't worry about that. I think we're done for the content tonight until more things do happen tomorrow in the coming days. So check out that. Just don't forget to subscribe, like the stream before you leave. And much love to everybody that showed up today to the stream, guys. Really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We have a big update for the channel in a few days. A lot of good things are happening. And got a big announcement coming, which is great. The first of many, which is awesome. So we're going to announce that sooner or later when I have the time and when we find a good moment for it. And we'll and we'll see what happens. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys later. Much love to everybody. Like I said, guys, Shake Squad out. See you guys. Shake Squad up. Fly Fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.